All right, so yesterday morning at 9 a.m., 9:20-ish a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the most amazing thing in gaming happened. Not really. Microsoft bought Bethesda in a move that I guess is a good one, considering how the PlayStation 4 seems like the PlayStation 5 seems like the much more desirable console, and the Xbox seems kind of meh. I mean, really, when your strongest and most fervent followers, such as Crap Gamer, who else is in there? The Next Gen 720. When your lead guys, who used to be all about Xbox, have jumped ship to the PlayStation, you in trouble, baby. You can't have a video game cult and your high priest lead. Now, for those of you not in the gaming sphere, you don't know who Crap Gamer is or Next Gen 720, you can go check out the channels and roll the clock back a few videos to back when Crap Gamer made endless Xbox announcement videos. Big news, Xbox. It's better than a wet fart. Well, he didn't say that, but that's pretty much how it was. Let's try and do this. I don't even know if I'm going to break out the avatar because this is going to be long. Pete Hines put out a fantastic tweet. Pete, I'm not the lore guy Hines. Today we announced Bethesda is joining Microsoft in the Xbox family. And I wanted to share some thoughts on what that means for all of us. It means absolutely shit, Pete. You don't need a press release for this. Xbox joining Bethesda, whatever, basically means Microsoft might keep these games exclusive to the PC and the Xbox, which would be a smart move. Sony's holding on to Dark Souls. Xbox may as well do the same. Dude, this shit popped off, all right? And immediately, the PlayStation fanboys start going to Sony and demanding that Sony buys Konami.
Your fantasies can't ever be quenched, can they?
In response to Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda. Like, what do you care? I don't even think Sony could afford to buy Konami. Sony's not rolling in dough. If it wasn't for the PlayStation, Sony probably be dead by now. Because it's the only division that makes the money. That's it. The only thing Konami has that's worth a fart is Metal Gear, Castlevania, and maybe Silent Hills. And since Konami doesn't give a rat's ass, they just make pachinko machines now. Remember when they did that Fox engine of Metal Gear Solid 3 and we all lost our minds thinking it was going to come out and it was just for a pachinko game? Oh my sweet lord, I never wanted to strangle a CEO more in my life. All right, let's get back on subject. I apologize. You're not here for me to talk too much about gaming, even though that's all this is about. Pete Hines has a press release where he basically tells us, if you didn't read Phil Spencer's and Todd Howard's press release, you better go. Let's give it a shot. Pete talks about working in Bethesda for 21 years, and I wonder what it's like to work for a company that gets worse and worse with each passing year. Oh, wait, I'm on YouTube. Shit, the joke's not funny anymore. We've gone from one internal studio to many for the focus on single-player fantasy RPGs to develop massive MMOs. You call
Clothing.
Woo! Forgive me. I'm trying to control myself. You call Fallout 76 a massive MMO. I call Fallout 76 a massive sack of shit. It is absolute garbage. I don't care. You have to be drinking Bethesda Kool-Aid to think Fallout 76 is trash. And Fallout 4, I remember I stupidly said, well, at least Fallout can't get any worse. And then Bethesda rolls in with Fallout 76. The game that literally became a living meme in our timeline. The game so bad, the internet historian did a video on it and it made him a god among YouTubers. Ugh. Blah, blah, blah. Everything in between. The world, our industry, and our company has changed in 34 years since Bethesda Softworks was first founded. Today, it changes again. And I know that brings up questions. No, it doesn't. Bethesda's Bethesda, any way you slice it. But the key point, we're still Bethesda. And that's all we need to read, really. It's still Bethesda. Don't think Microsoft acquiring this means anything good. I know some people are like, it might mean that we could possibly get... Everybody was saying this, bro. We could possibly get an Obsidian-made Fallout game. No, it'll never happen. All right, Bethesda's petty. Remember when New Vegas came out? And Bethesda didn't give Obsidian their bonus because it was 1 point shy of the Metacritic score they wanted. 1 point. They were like, we're not giving you money. The best Fallout game, the last good Fallout game, and you think like Bethesda's gonna let that happen? No, I don't see it happening. Though I'd like to, I highly doubt it. It's like when I was in the middle of the Poke drama and a lot of YouTube channels refused to even say my fucking name. Why would you bring in the dude who could upstage you? It makes no. If I worked at Bethesda, I'm being real, if I was there and I was working with Pete and Todd making millions of dollars, don't let them in here. They'll make us look like idiots. And then Todd Howard would stop making Keebler Elf cookies, turn around and go, he's right. I refuse to be made fun of. I'm sorry, when I saw that part, I kind of lost my mind. We're still working on the same games we were yesterday, made by the same studios we're still working with for years, and those games will be published by us. So why the change? Because it allows us to make even better games going forward. I want you all to remember that. I want that sentence burned into your memory. When the next Fallout or the next Starfield Elder Scrolls comes out and it's a buggy mess, remember Pete Hines said joining Microsoft would allow them to make better games. Doesn't Bethesda already make billions now? They can't make good games now. The only time Bethesda puts out a good game is when it's made by somebody else and they publish it. That is it. And even then, they it up. Do you not remember what happened with Doom? Like, first they launch it without the DRM. Then they come back and they add extra DRM and break it for people. I'm one of those unlucky people. Like, come on, bro. Expect nothing from Bethesda. You could give Bethesda $1 billion and they'll still be using the same tired ass engine knowing them. Dude, what the f is this? Okay, well, what? Lord, give me strength. And we have a long history of working with Microsoft Studios. Our company shares many of the same basic principles. We believe in culture and all this other diversity bullshit. Innovation. Innovation. Get the f out of here. Innovation. I guess you gotta give it to them. They found out how to sell us the same fucking game for what, 3 console generations? Now Rockstar Games is like, Bethesda sold Skyrim like 5 times. Let's sell Grand Theft Auto 5 again. Jesus Christ, innovation. I give them that. They innovated that. I give them that. But when it came to games, man, dude, the bones you see in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 are the same assets from Skyrim, bro. But here's the kicker. In Skyrim, if you crashed into bones, they fall apart. In Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, I don't care if you hit the bones with a nuke. They stay attached to each other. Yeah, they innovated being lazier than they were years ago. Let it go, Gundam. We don't need another 30-minute video. I hear you cry. And think back to the first time we decided to shift from being a PC-only developer to make Morrowind. You know why we have Skyrim mods and stuff? Because somebody at Bethesda put out the creation kit by mistake. All right? And people in the PC community began to fix the game themselves and then create mods. And Bethesda's just like, okay, well, they're fixing it themselves. That's how we got to where we are. Let it go. Nobody needs a 30-minute video. Blah, 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 blah. Make it Morrowind. You know, they brought Morrowind to the Xbox. I remember that. For the original Xbox. It was a move that countless people said would never work. Yeah, because let it go. Nobody on consoles wanted a game that big and complex, but Microsoft believed in us, and so did you. And now RPGs of all shapes and sizes are hugely successful on consoles. What the f does Morrowind have to do with that? Last I recall, we were playing Final Fantasy since the Nintendo, boy. Help me, Lord. I shouldn't be doing this. Pete Hines is insane. Nobody cared about RPGs till Bethesda. All of Square Enix, get out of here. And soon the conversation will move from this deal to talking about our games again. And I can't get back and I can get back to answering the questions that get us all excited. Oh, get the fuck out of here, Pete. If anyone asks Pete Hines a question about Fallout, he will immediately tell you he's not the lore guy. You ask Pete, why is the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 76 during a timeline when they actually didn't exist in the previous Fallout games according to the original Fallout lore? Pete Hines will sit there and go, I'm not the lore guy. When Pete would just go, well, we wanted to sell power armor skins, you fucking idiot, that's why. You think we care anymore? We want your money. Let's see what Papa Todd has to say.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
Papa Todd pops right off of, I have been incredibly blessed to spend my entire career and help build one of the best places to make games in the world, Bethesda. Bethesda used to be good. Bethesda now is a joke. It's like a joke. We're all waiting for the next game to come out so it can be a mess and we'll all laugh at it while also gritting our teeth. The same company that sold asbestos-filled power armor helmets to GameStop. The best in the world, baby. Todd Howard's whole one is pretty much kind of echoing the same thing as Pete Hines, talking about how, I was dubious if Morrowind would work on the Xbox and yada, yada, yada. But it came out well, and it was a big thing for us. Morrowind would go on to become one of the best-selling Xbox games of all times behind Halo, another PC-style game. Some said wouldn't work. Wasn't like first-person shooters always around? As far as I can remember, they were. I'm thinking like Medal of Honor and stuff like that, whatever. Its success paved the way for growth of our company. Microsoft quickly led us on our next-gen system, the Xbox 360. More than a PC port, our aim with our next game, Oblivion, was to usher in the next generation of gaming. With each game from Fallout 3 to Skyrim, our studio and company grew, adding brilliant and like-minded studios across the globe. All of us sharing the belief that expanding the reach of gaming was fundamental, whether it was on PC, console, your phone, or the cloud. Yeah, they want it on the phone so you can buy more like loot boxes. With each new console cycle, we evolved together, from bringing mods to consoles with Fallout 4. Oh my god. You mean where you saw something that was clean and pure and you figured, how can we make money on this? Cut this shit. They wanted to sell you mods in Skyrim. Remember when Bethesda worked with Valve to have their creation club kind of thing? That was the test waters, and it failed miserably because it was solely on PC. We're like, no, you're not doing this to us. And we put the kill on that. And I said years ago, they were going to do it again, and it probably aimed for the console, because milking console gamers is the easiest thing on the planet. It really is. The only thing easier is selling hip-hop kids sneakers from rich black men. Like, yeah, we know you live in a rundown apartment with roaches, but you really need these legacy shoes. Oh my god. Mods to Fallout 4. Not even getting into that. If you want to know what I think about the Creation Club fully, go check my old videos on Fallout. It is now downloaded over 1 billion mods. Well, lottie friggin' da. The latest technology-fueled Xbox S. What? These new systems are optimized for the vast worlds we love to create. Get the fuck out of here. The vast world's full of reused assets and terrible writing and story. With each iteration, Bethesda's become worse. Bethesda partnering with Xbox when the 360 came out was perfect, because the Xbox 360, Red Ring of Death, and Bethesda's buggy-ass games. It was a match made in heaven for companies looking to get money out of your wallet, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, looks like your game broke. Red Ring of Death, buy another Xbox, fool. With generational leaps not just in graphics, but CPU and data streaming as well. Streaming. There we go. That's the real one. Todd's already thinking about the future where you have to pay him every 5 hours of gameplay for Skyrim again. It'll be like a picture of an elf at the side of the screen dancing up and down with like a basket full of money. Mark my words, game streaming is going to be like the bane of existence later. You won't own your games fully when we hit that point. It's led to our latest engine overhaul since Oblivion. Really? It took you how long? And a new technologies powering the first new IP in 25 years, Starfield as well as Elder Scrolls. I thought for a minute they were using Unreal Engine. I hope to God they are. If they're making their own system, please God, don't do that. You guys suck. I'm sorry, you do. At Bethesda, we are lucky enough to create games we love. No, Bethesda games aren't made with love anymore. I don't care. You can't look at Fallout 76 and say that was made with love. That was made as a cash grab. All right? We all know it. Fallout 4. How are you going to sit here? We made a game we love by removing everything that made the game great and made people love it. And then selling you an endless amount of tchotchkes and baubles. Jesus Christ. You could tell there was love in Fallout 3 in the stuff. Like up until Fallout 3, maybe a little bit of Skyrim. I'll be kind. There was still something there. After that, it was all downhill. Like the second Bethesda made crazy money in Skyrim memes, and it was over. Like every other company. Sorry. Very sorry. It's just I used to love Bethesda. Now I know how detractors feel. Like the ones that used to be DSP fans. I understand now. It's like you see something you thought was cool, turn into the complete opposite of what it is, and it's still running around acting like it's great, and it's a fucking nightmare. Because you know what they do next will be worse than what they did before, and nothing can stop them. You can only warn people. All right, at the end, Todd Howard talks about achieving the GDC, I think, Lifetime Achievement Award. Blah, 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 don't care. Like, what does this have to do with Bethesda buying Microsoft? Nothing. We get to walk down memory lane with Todd Howard. You know? It's like, I remember, blah, blah, blah. No, Todd, I don't want to hear this shit. You guys have now got more money to make games. Are you actually going to do something that won't piss me off? That's all I want to know, Todd. It's not even like the bar is that high. Literally, everyone into Fallout before 4 and 76, we all want one thing. Maybe two. One, Obsidian to do a Fallout game. And two, Bethesda to make the Fallout games they used to make. Go back to the Formula 3 in New Vegas. Hell, if you... Let it go, man. Basically, Microsoft couldn't buy TikTok, so they turned around and bought Bethesda. Disney got Marvel and Star Wars for less than Bethesda. And let's be real here. Marvel and Star Wars are better IPs than everything Bethesda's done. I'm sorry. Like, really. Phil Spencer says, welcome to the talented teams, beloved game franchises of Bethesda. Beloved my dick. The only thing anybody's liking right now is Doom, and basically we just run down a hall and shoot demons. Critically acclaimed creator of the Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Technically, all the people that made Fallout is gone. No, another company made Fallout. What's Phil Spencer talking about? Yeah, Bethesda didn't make Fallout. It was made by Interplay Entertainment. Bethesda bought the rights to the game. That's what happened. Bethesda didn't create Fallout. Bethesda hasn't had a good idea since basically Morrowind. Basically, Elder Scrolls is all Bethesda's got. You know, I don't care to repeat Hines' Bethesda because it's the same thing again. We hear about how, they took a chance and put Morrowind on the Xbox. We get that was 1 billion years ago. What are they going to do now? I don't care about the history between Xbox and Bethesda. All I care about is, are they going to get any better, or is it going to be the same old shit, except Todd Howard's got a fatter paycheck? That's pretty much what it is. Todd Pete should have came out and said, we made a shitload of money. Don't worry, you're going to get the same buggy-ass games. Good night, everybody. Mwah. See you at E3 2021, Corona Edition. What does Microsoft buying Bethesda mean for PC gamers? Nothing. Odds are it's going to be the same Microsoft deal, where these games are still on the Xbox and the PC, just not the PlayStation 4 and probably not the Switch or whatever. It means nothing to us. I wonder if Bethesda won't, I would be surprised if Bethesda didn't put their stuff still on the PlayStation 5, because that's going to be a lot of revenue when they put out Elder Scrolls and sell you mods again. Bethesda. Oh, mods are free, huh? How can we make money off of that? The only reason why people cared about Skyrim as long as they did was because of modders. Move on, dude. I'm done with this.